Nancy Pelosi. All right, buddy. Okay,
Nancy.
so we got to figure out our name. What? Honestly, just say something and we'll just go with it.
Wait, what were the great?
So
you gotta remember what were the
we
options?
had Top Shelf Tuesdays, and we had Top Shelf Tuesdays. There was Thus Is Life. There was. What if we just do white noise? It's there. It's looking at us.
Can we throw another word on white noise to make it more
White boys.
white boy noise?
White boy noise. I feel like that's like a little dancing club or something just for men. Hangman words, random color generator, name inspiration. Oh, name generator. Let's see what this gets us.
What do you have to put in?
I don't know. Real names, anywhere. How many names? Let's bump that number up. Let's pump these numbers up a little bit. Let's do 7. Teen. Okay. Generate random names. Brianna Green, Vicky Becky, Candace Rogers, Solomon Gregory, Jennifer Surveillance, Kanata Golden, Eugene Hancock, Moses Goodman, Frankie Stepsis, Nicole McCormick, Miles Farmer, Haley O. Olson. I don't know. We're kind of struggling, buddy.
What about there's speaking of?
Speaking of.
What about speaking of ... nothing?
Nothing.
Speaking of nothing.
But the word nothing, not nothing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Speaking of nothing.
I'm down with it.
Cool.
And that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Speaking of Nothing. I am your host, Jeffrey Heller, here with
Dawson Copenhaver.
Yeah,
it's
today,
your boy.
We are speaking of nothing. Speaking of nothing, Doss, do you got any topics prepared for today?
I got a couple icebreaker questions.
Ooh,
you
yeah,
ready?
Hit me with it.
All right. Today's icebreaker is would you rather.
Yes.
This is a funny one. Not really thought provoking, but
Okay.
Would you rather vomit on your hero or have your hero vomit on you?
100% my hero vomit on me.
Yeah, probably same.
Right?
Who's your hero?
Ooh. My hero, real or fake?
Let's go fake.
Fake hero. Fake hero.
Or who's your favorite
fake
hero? Or you could do real.
Like superhero or just a guy that you look up to?
Yeah, let's go guy. Let's go, person. Let's go, okay. Let's do a person you look up to that you don't know. So not like, you don't know personally. So not like, oh, my dad is my hero.
Yeah.
Not like you, like an actual celebrity, personality.
Real person I look up to.
So for me, it'd probably be Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's probably my hero. I know. And I would definitely rather have him throw up on me than me throw up on him.
Yeah,
Also, think about this story that would be,
oh, dude, Chris
Pratt
just
threw up on me.
puked all over me. Yeah, I would have to say.
I would never watch those clothes again.
Oh, no. Oh, dude, I would.
That's so
those
gross.
babies would be rotten. Gosh, I don't know. I love Theo Von.
Yeah.
Theo Von he is insanely funny.
He is funny.
I would say, is he my hero, though? Gosh.
Okay, but it doesn't have to be. It's not like you actually know him, so like.
No, this was people we don't know.
Right, but I'm saying like it's not like you don't have to like over.
Yeah, well, we're gonna analyze this.
You like think is great.
Yeah, I think he's great. I think he's hilarious. Is there anyone else? I don't know. Probably not. Just Theo.
Right. Theo, maybe like Joe Biden.
Joe Byron. Dude, speaking of Joe, did you see that, this is kind of old news, but we haven't been doing this for a little bit. That bridge that collapsed?
Yeah.
Dude, there has been some fire Joe Biden memes about that sucker.
Really? I haven't seen any of the memes. I've heard all the conspiracies, but...
Ooh, what are the conspiracies? I didn't hear, like, any of the conspiracies.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, so the conspiracies is... the conspiracy is basically it's a cyber attack, but no one is saying it is.
Okay, yeah.
So the FBI said...
the ship shut down twice, right? It shut down, they got it back online, and then it shut down again and ran into the bridge.
I actually know nothing. I just know the conspiracy. I don't even know what happened. Yeah, but I'll tell you the conspiracy. Okay, so the conspiracy was the FBI came out, like, I don't know, a couple months ago saying there's going to be an increase in cyber attacks.
Okay.
And then, like, the FBI released a statement, like, 2 months after the bridge collapse that it wasn't a cyber... Or 2 days, sorry. 2 days after the bridge collapse, they said it wasn't a cyber attack.
Okay.
So, like, they didn't even research it or investigate it. Why are they releasing a statement? And also,
they didn't investigate it?
Well, I mean, 2 days. How much can you actually investigate in, like, 2 days?
How big of a crew do you have?
Right, it's true. But it's also, like, cyber attacks, you can't know right away. Like, it's so hard to find out. But so there's a big conspiracy on that, and then, like, they just felt like Joe Biden and the presidency just swept it under a rug and were like, we'll pay for everything. And just a lot of stuff makes sense. Like, it was so strategic. Like, the Baltimore port was so strategic. How it happened was apparently there's something that happened, I think it was down south where a ship went out, but other ships were able to, like, save it. They were able to steer them away from the bridge or something.
I don't know.
That's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
I didn't hear anything about that one.
Yep.
But
so apparently it was a cyber attack.
Where was that even at? Baltimore, you said?
Yeah, it was the Baltimore Bridge.
It's horrible. I don't even know this.
So, like, it's going to be a huge detriment on the economy because, like, so many things come in. Like, there's billions of product that comes through there. So on the farm, we can't get nitrogen.
Oh, really?
We got ours, but they're like, I'm glad you got yours.
A lot of people can't.
Because people can't, because so much nitrogen came through Baltimore.
Really?
And they can't, so apparently the nitrogen that was coming in, once Baltimore closed, they had to go to, I think, like, New Orleans. Because Philly couldn't handle it, all the other ports couldn't handle it.
And New Orleans can.
I guess, like, some of the southern ports could, which is very interesting.
I'm looking up, did you hear anything about how long it will take to rebuild it?
I did not. How long are they saying?
I have no idea. My computer's being super slow.
How long until you think they could open it up pretty fast?
Like, clear the wreckage?
Yeah, clear it.
You would think so. Like, honestly, just hit it with a couple more ships and carry that stuff off.
Right. Like, bring out the dynamite and just start blowing stuff up until...
So, apparently they say rebuild costs will cost at least... Guess how much?
I'm going $2 billion. Am I way
Yeah, you're way...
Sorry.
$400 million.
Okay, yeah, $2 billion is a little much.
No. But it says at least $400 million.
Right, so they could easily be $2 billion.
Up to $4 billion.
Okay, yeah, I guess it's not that big of a bridge.
I mean, it looked kind of big. It was kind of insane. Did you actually see, like, the footage?
I just saw, like, the last little bit where it just went right into the bridge.
Yeah, it's nuts how fast the whole thing's just like...
Yeah.
And I guess that is, like, a huge ship, so it makes sense. Interstate 35 West.
I was talking to this guy in my church, and he was saying that apparently there was, like... He's like, the bridge should just blow up, like... Or just fall apart like that. He thinks there was, like... bombs that went off.
Oh, yeah. now we're getting into it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, this is totally changing subjects, but speaking of your church, I was up there on Sunday, after church. Were you at your church on Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so there was the, what's it called?
Food truck.
Yeah, Cousin's Lobster.
Yeah.
Cousin's Main Lobster.
Did you go to it?
Yeah, we went to it.
No way.
Dude, this...
we went... After church, we went up, and we were like...
And it was closed.
Yeah. They only opened in, like, half an hour.
Yeah,
we're like, we don't feel like waiting for half an hour. But was it good?
Okay, here's my review of it. It was good.
Okay.
Me and Anna got a lobster roll, which is pretty much just a roll with lobster and butter in it. Everyone
on
said,
bread, right?
On bread, yeah.
Yeah.
got that. I got a lobster quesadilla and their lobster bisque.
Okay.
And it was like 50 some bucks.
That's not bad, actually.
Not terrible for lobster.
I thought that would be worse.
It was expensive, but it's lobster, so it's like, okay.
Right.
The thing was, like, if it was with other food trucks, I don't think I would pay the increased price.
Right.
It was good. Like, it was. But it's like, is it that good? And the
Right.
portions were pretty small, which I get. But, so overall, I would probably give it like a 7.8.
Yeah.
Like, it was solid. I understand the price because it's lobster, but at the same time,
right,
like that's Blazing Jays or whatever. No, what's the Skippy Pete's? What's the
chicken?
No, Blazing Jays is not it. The food truck that got really popular. It was at Fire and Ice. Do you know what I'm talking about? It had chicken. It wasn't Blazing Jays though.
Right, I don't remember what it was though.
Dang it, I don't either. Anywho's, that was like significantly better.
Yeah.
Than this. But no, it was good. Anywho, hilarious story. So we go up. Now we're getting back to the main story. So we drive up there, and there was like 20, 30 cars in the parking lot already.
Right. So when half an hour before, there was probably that many. There was like so many people waiting.
That makes me so much happier about this. We get up, and there's one dude waiting in line. And he had a mohawk. Like the OG's like spiked up mohawk. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
You go to Lifeway. But
I wish.
So we go, and it only opened at like 12:30 or something. And we got there at like 12:24. No, it was probably early. We had to wait like 13 minutes.
Yeah.
So we like get out of our car, and we're like, why are all these cars just... I was like, oh, maybe they already got their food. So we walk up, and the guy in his car is like, hey, it only opens in like another 13 minutes. And we're like, okay, that's fine. Like, we're going to stand here.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden, all these people that have been waiting for now, I hear 30 minutes, see 4 people walk up and all get out of their car. Dude, the line was like 40 people back.
40 people got out.
It was insane.
What?
It was so awesome because literally we got there after all of them. They were just so lazy that they didn't want to stand in line. I was like, oh, dude, it made me so happy.
I cannot. That had 40 people to open up.
It was insane. All just waiting.
Oh, my.
And then we were just that straw that broke the camel's back.
I can't believe someone would drive to a food truck to wait for 40 people. But I guess, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, we drove to a food truck.
True. I get it, but I'm also like, to wait in your car for half an hour, to wait for 40 people.
And that's the thing. I was happy because if I would have got there and had to wait for 30 minutes, I would have been disappointed.
Right.
But I didn't have to wait, and I was pumped.
Yeah.
So it was good. Anywho.
So we were up in Boston in January.
Uh-huh.
And so like one thing.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. So what other Boston is there?
Just clarifying.
And so like Boston's kind of famous for their lobster rolls, or that was one of their biggest things. Okay. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna try one.
Mm-hmm.
Paid $30 for a lobster roll, and I'm like, it was good, but it's not like $30 good.
No.
And I get it, lobster's expensive, but also like the lobster they made wasn't that great, and it was like, this is just disappointing.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, that's kind of how
I felt. It's not worth $30. Like, yeah, I get it, it's lobster, but also they like all the flavor was kind of like butter. And
it's just butter.
They kind of coated you didn't really taste that lobster much. And
oh, I feel that. Them darn crustaceans,
lobster,
dude.
man, is just...
I don't know. Do you ever have lobster tail?
Yeah.
It's kind of tough.
Right.
It's
but I think also it's just not that good around here. Because I've had it other times.
In Boston.
Or, so in Maine, when my sister moved up to Maine, we went up there earlier, and they have good lobster, so we had it like fresh.
And that's on the East Coast. Just clarifying.
And it was really good because they're on the coast, and it wasn't like so tough. But like I feel like most of the lobster you have, especially not in those like big towns, are just kind of tough and not that great.
So what makes the lobster around here bad then?
I feel like it just is not that fresh. But maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea.
Do you think the lobsters in Maine have a better a diet regimen?
Maybe. Also, it could be they cook them better.
Okay.
Because when you actually cook them good, around here, I mean, in a food truck, I don't think they're going to be cooking them the best way.
Yeah. So tell me more about that cooking. How do they cook them?
So I think we boiled them.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you just drop them in water and boil.
Go on.
Yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Anywho, what else, man?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, do you know? Speaking of food and stuff, this is. I was disappointed. So, did you ever have elk?
Maybe.
Dude, elk's not it.
I don't know if I have.
I had some elk bologna.
Okay.
Not the sticks, the slabs.
Oh.
And had some elk bologna, and that stuff's like the I don't know, like the David Copperfield of meat, dude. So, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
It literally tricked my front taste buds. It was like, oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
Then my back taste buds freaking came alive, and it just had the worst, like on the front of my tongue, I was like, oh, this is it's sweet, it's really good. And then they just got to my back taste buds, and it just tasted horrible.
Like gamey?
Almost fishy.
Oh.
I don't know. It was I did not like it. It was gross. It was really greasy.
Yeah.
But boy, it tricked me because I was like, whoa, this initially.
Right.
So then I just grabbed a ton and threw it in, and I was like, it was not good. I was not happy at all. But
that's a bummer.
That was my elk experience.
That's sad.
I'd shoot one though.
Yeah, and just leave it to rot.
Yeah, because I'm not eating that meat. Would you ever poach?
I don't think.
Come on, you're a farmer. You poach, dude.
Okay, yeah, I guess you shoot a squirrel, dude, and you're technically poaching.
No, you're not. Can you not shoot a squirrel?
Not if you don't have your license, and I think there's a season for squirrel.
Okay, but if you have your driver's license and you shoot a squirrel, you're fine.
Oh, then you're great.
Yep.
But you can hit it with your car, and it's not poaching.
You can also just hit deer, buffalo, anything with your car. Squirrel. I did not actually know you needed a license to shoot a squirrel.
I think so. So I think pretty much any animal you kind of need a license.
What about a cat? I shot a cat once.
Yeah, but that was kind of different.
Yeah,
it was kind of sick. And
yeah.
I think a cat's different because that's like your pet.
Yeah, you can shoot your pets.
Right, you can.
Dogs.
It's not wildlife. Like you need a game for stuff that's wildlife.
But do you think you would get more in trouble for poaching or shooting your dog in your front lawn? Living in a suburban neighborhood.
Poaching.
No shot.
Yes.
No way. You shoot a deer out in its natural environment and you even take it to the game warden and say, I shot this. Or if you shoot a dog in your front lawn, dude, your neighbors are going to, in suburban America, your neighbors are going to freak. And then they'll call PETA. And then they'll call Joe Byron. And then they'll call...
I think you would get more in trouble. Like you would get in trouble for discharging a weapon, but I don't think you would get in trouble for shooting your dog.
Yeah, okay, maybe you don't get in as much legal trouble, but you would get in more social trouble.
Yeah, but I don't think you would be fine.
But
let me tell you this story. Yeah. So my grandpa, 3 years ago, it used to be rifle season. You couldn't shoot a doe for the first week.
Yeah,
and the rules kind of change all the time. You know how that is. My grandpa didn't know this.
Mm-hmm.
So he shot a doe the first day.
Okay.
Everything was legal in the uppity up except for you can't. There's a new rule was you can't shoot a doe the first.
So nothing was legal.
Yeah, but I mean it was in rifle season. It was
gotcha. It was in season.
It was in season.
He was hunting.
Stuff. He just thought you could shoot a doe, but it was just buck for the first week.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he found out. He turned himself in. He's like, hey, here's the deer.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. Everything was totally up and up, and then he still got fined. I think it was $1,000.
Really?
And they took the deer, all this stuff.
No way.
He didn't lose his license or anything, but so just even for that, for something that was just an honest mistake.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah. So I think poaching you would.
Yeah, but you start poaching canines, dude. You got a nice border collie in your front yard, and you rack off with a 45.
Yeah, but you just say it was sick.
Yeah, and that's why I hung it from a tree and shot it
Okay.
in my front lawn.
Why are you hanging it from a tree now?
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying.
All right, you want to hear a funny story? Did I ever tell you my cat story? I felt bad. I genuinely felt bad. So there was a cat on the farm that was sick.
Okay.
And was clearly not going to make it through winter. So I'm like, dude, I'm just going to put this thing out of its misery.
Okay. Are we going to get in trouble?
I get the 17 out.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably like 20, I don't know, 20 feet, maybe more.
Okay. So you're at 17.
And I'm like, all right, I just got to shoot this thing.
So you're at 37.
I got to put it out of its misery. Like, it's hungry. It can't find its food.
Wait, so what was wrong with it?
It just was, like, super skinny, sick, and, like, it was begging.
For food.
For food, because it, like, couldn't kill its own food.
And instead of feeding it, you just opted to shoot the thing.
Well, I mean, what, you're just going to feed it for the rest of your life?
I mean, until it gets healthy, yeah.
Well, no, I don't think it was getting healthy.
Yeah, it wasn't getting healthy. Let's, yeah. If we would have fed it an actual food.
It wasn't going to make it.
Okay, it's not making it.
So, I get out to 17, and I'm just going to put this thing out of its misery. I miss and shoot off its leg. And I can't get a second shot. And it runs off. And so I'm freaking running after this thing. I felt terrible, and that's the story.
Oh, man.
And I've never seen it again.
Yeah, well, the thing.
Yeah, so I felt really bad. But
dude,
my heart was right.
Yeah, how old were you?
It was this year.
I thought you were going to say, like, oh, I was 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Wait, I think
we just had to blow up a farm cat.
Oh, dude.
And we have so many right now. It's crazy.
Farm cats they'll get you, man.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the story about the cat we had, Killer?
No.
Oh, dude, this cat. So we had, pre-story, my brother wanted a cat, prayed for a cat one day, and a stray showed up.
Yeah.
Happened to get pregnant. All of a sudden, in like a matter of a couple months, I think, we had like 21 cats at our house. This one cat, well, there was, I don't know if these were the only two sibling cats. There was one cat we named Cluzo because he was super stupid. And then the other cat we named Killer after homage to Pink Panther. Killer was like insane. Like super smart cat. He literally killed everything. We would like point him towards a bird.
Yeah.
And he would just like go murder the thing. It was awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Anywho, we got a lot of cats. Dad hated the cats, so we wanted to get rid of them. So we took the one cat, Killer, to a farm like 45 minutes away and drove home. And in like a week, like we were like kind of walking around, and we see this exact same freaking cat at our house, just chilling there. And we're like,
what?
There's no way. There's literally no way. So then we're like, okay, then we're like, oh, maybe it was a different cat. No, it was the exact same cat. I don't know if he like climbed up under our car and rode back with us, or like found his way back to our house.
Wow.
But it was like 45 minutes. It was like,
what?
Dude, I have, to this day, it's one of the mysteries of this world where I can't figure out how that cat got back.
And so when you got home, it was there?
When we got home, no, it like a week later. Like,
oh, it was a week.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure, unless he just hid for a week, but it's like, first off, he's in a car driving.
Right.
I don't know how he knows his way back, but like, it literally happened. And we didn't get it on video, but it did happen. It was insane.
Because we used to have a cat that did the same thing, but that was only like 2 miles, not 45. Like, it found its way back, but that was 2 miles away.
Dude, I have no idea.
45 minutes, that's like
it's
30
insane.
miles.
Yeah, well, probably 24.
Okay, 24 miles. Still, like,
it's a long distance.
For a cat to memorize or know this way. Like, 2 miles is one thing. 24 miles is like nuts.
Ooh, here's a good question now. So, on the cat topic of finding your way back, how far away do you think you could get dropped off and find your way back without a map?
Ooh, with a car or walking?
I'm going to say walking.
To anybody.
No, can't talk to anyone. Like if someone dropped you off in western Pennsylvania, you think you could find your way back?
I think I could find my way back from anything eventually.
Yeah, I do too.
In PA. Or, I mean, even in U.S.
Yeah, because I think there's just so many road signs now. You just, like, stick to a road and eventually...
Okay. All right, look, I'm going... All right, Chicago. Chicago's closer. And then you go, like, oh, Pittsburgh. Yeah. Let's get to Pittsburgh. And then you just keep on going little bit by little
dumb
bit.
Question.
But, I don't know. It'd be tough.
What if...
Once I get to Mexico and I can't read the signs...
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think... It's going to...
Border Patrol picks you up.
Yeah.
Did you hear anything about the border recently?
No, have you?
Me neither.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Did you hear Biden and Trump visited the same day?
Yeah, I did hear that.
It's just coincidence.
Was it planned?
I don't think so. Well, they kind of like hung out. They're kind of friends.
Yeah, they're just super good guys.
Yeah.
Are you, I just saw...
Okay, this would be a side note. What if it was like... What if Biden and Trump were like WWE or like UFC, where they just have like these fake beefs and they're actually friends? And it's just
whoa, let's back that up for a second.
Okay, maybe more like
WWE fake beefs. What do you mean?
Okay, we all know.
Oh, dude,
that when they're
don't
yelling
you
at
even
each
freaking
other,
say that
it's
garbage?
All fake.
That's blasphemy. Oh, I love WWE growing up.
But wouldn't that be funny? Like they're actually best friends, but like. They just have this big social media beef, political beef.
What if Biden's not like he's all there, like he's actually still super intelligent,
and they're just playing?
Yeah.
On the election year, they're playing.
And him and Trump just break out at the debates and just like go at it. Have you been following the election and everything at all?
Not really.
Me neither. Who needs it?
Yeah.
Is there... Oh, sorry. Continue.
I was going to say, speaking of incompetence...
Oh, yeah.
I heard a new phrase.
Yeah?
Have you ever heard of weaponizing incompetence?
No.
It's really funny. I saw SNL did a skit on it.
Is it like a legit thing?
Yeah, it's a legit thing. It's like... Kind of like most of it's like based towards males.
Okay.
When like you're like... I don't know how to make the bed. It's like a... Let me think about how to say this. So, like, weaponizing incompetence would be like, dude, I don't know how to do the laundry, so you just have to do it for me.
Oh, yeah.
That's about it.
Okay,
yeah,
so they're pretty much just saying men are dumb for the fact that they won't have to do anything.
No, it's like they're using, like, I don't want to do this, so I'm never going to learn how to do it, and I'm just going to say...
Yeah, isn't that the exact same thing I just said?
Sure. I don't know.
Right?
I thought you said something different.
No, like men are dumb so they don't have to do the stuff that they don't want to do.
Oh, I thought you said men. Like, I thought you meant just men are stupid. I'm like, no, that's not what weaponizing... No, okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
They
so,
act dumb.
Okay, yeah. So it's a legit thing.
And it's not. It doesn't have to be men, but I think it was just...
But it's mostly men.
Right.
Interesting.
It's just more like... I think the term comes from men just doing... or not wanting to do house chores.
Not wanting to do, yeah. Which who does, dude? House chores suck. Although, speaking of house chores, I don't know what bug I got bit by or some radioactive spider, dude. This year, I have just, and I think maybe it's just I'm getting old. Like, I'm getting super into my lawn, which is a telltale sign that you're like, you're getting up there. It was freaking. Okay, so what day is it today? It's April 16th?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like beginning of April, still into March. And I like had the lawn, like everything mulched. I built a little patio.
Wow, yeah.
And now I'm the turd that starts talking to people about it. Like I was hanging out with my brother-in-law and I was just like, yeah, like I got my lawn looking pretty nice. And I was like, what am I doing? I'm getting so old. And then I was like, oh, yeah. Like, I was like, dude, soon I'm going to be like telling other people they got to mow their lawns. And I was like, oh.
Dude, I think it's just the Lord telling you you're ready for down.
Oh, dude, I don't know what it is. Some freaking early on Alzheimer's or something.
Speaking of chores.
Yeah.
This is a great transition. You ready for my next would you rather question? Okay, would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef?
Is a personal maid male or woman?
Irrelevant.
And what about the chef?
Irrelevant.
I don't think it is, because I think statistically the male chefs are the number one, or how am I saying this? The
most prestigious?
Yes, are male dominated.
Gotcha.
So
all right, then let's go a
irrelevant.
male maid and a male chef.
Okay, so both males.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it doesn't get weird.
Yeah. Because if one was female and the other was male, they'd be fighting all the time.
Yeah.
There'd be a power struggle. So I can have both?
No.
Okay. So I can't have both. I can either have a chef or a maid.
Or neither.
I would 100% pick a chef.
I think I would too.
You can, because here's my thing. You have a clean house.
Right.
Wonderful. I'm a middle to lower class civilian. If my house is like to the nines, who gives a rip?
Right.
But if I have delicious food, would I have to pay for them both? Or would they be like free? Because if I have to pay for them, then I would say the maid would be cheaper, and I don't think I could afford the chef.
No. They're same price.
So then price. Does their work reflect their price?
No.
Okay, well then, yes.
Price is irrelevant.
Okay, price is irrelevant. Gotcha.
I would have to go with the chef.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Like, because a maid, I don't care everything. I don't need everything to be spick and
span.
I can live with like a little bit of dirt.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit of dust.
Like a little third world country.
Yeah, but if I have delicious food.
A little bit of Uzbekistan.
I just think about, I could clean my house in like an hour. 2 hours.
So here's my thing.
There's no I can make meals every day for
exactly. Here's my thing too. Any Joe Schmo can clean. Like you can have half a brain cell and you can get the floor looking.
Joe Schmo can cook.
No, that's not true.
Nuggets,
yeah,
pizza.
If I have a 1%er chef and he's and if he's cooking me chicken nuggets. They'll probably be pretty good chicken nuggets. I feel like I have just not had a good time with my mic this time. I feel like it's never I can't.
Quite right.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just an insecurity I'm dealing with. You dealing with any insecurities recently?
Oh, that's a good question. No.
No. Boy, let me think. Am I dealing with any?
I'm trying to think.
Maybe we'll circle back to it.
Yeah.
Am I dealing with any insecurities? I haven't liked how my hair's looked recently.
Oh.
Yeah. So I went shorter, but then the front's a little too long, so it's like short, and then it just looks like that 20s 10 Mennonite faux hawk. It's a good look, but
dude, it'll come back. Give it a couple months.
Yep.
It'll be back.
So yeah, that's been a little weird. I've been trying to figure out how to navigate those waters.
Been great.
Yeah, it's been getting me down a little bit, but just taking it one day at a time. Pretty much what we can do.
Yeah, well, if it's any help to you, man, your hair is great.
That's why I always wear hats.
You are wise. You are smart. Just gonna throw some positive affirmations.
Preach,
your way.
brother. Honestly,
crying?
though, no. Let's just skip to a break right now. I feel like I have been. I feel like my hairline is receding, like just a hair.
What?
Which is kind of funny. Yeah, just like a.
Mine's receding more than yours, though.
Oh yeah, yours actually is.
Mine does. It just hides it.
Yeah, because you have such thick hair.
Right.
Which it's interesting that people with thick hair get receding hairlines. Because it's so thick.
Is that a thing?
Well, you have thick hair and your hair started to recede.
Yeah, right. So let's just draw a conclusion on everybody.
Yeah.
My hair.
Okay, here's something weird, though. With my experience not being a barber, cutting people's hair.
Yes.
When they start thinning on the top.
Okay.
This could be totally wrong, but this is my experience. I feel like, so I've cut probably like 5 people's hair that started thinning on the top.
Okay.
I don't know for certain, but it seems like when it starts thinning on the top, right around like their crown, it actually gets thicker.
Interesting.
But I don't know if it's just because it's thin on the top that it feels thicker on the sides, or if it's actually getting thicker. I don't know.
That'd be fascinating.
Yeah, I don't know what's it really about.
Wouldn't that be weird if it just got thicker all of a sudden, like tried to overcompensate on the sides?
I think it does, though. Like I would honestly, it sounds crazy, so that's why I'm kind of backpedaling. But I truly think, like, my one buddy's hair is thinning, and it feels like around his crown, it's getting like now, it's the Bushman.
Could it be they're using like a hair growth supplement
around their crown and not on the top of their head?
No, some would get on the crown, some would get everywhere. So like maybe it's just triggering the crown.
So you're saying the hair on top of their head is thinner, but the hair on the sides of their head was still their normal thinness.
Yeah.
And then it dripped down, and that's what made it. I
it's
never thought
theory.
of it.
It's a working theory.
I could see that. That makes sense, I think.
So just ask every 5 person that's thinning hair that comes in, hey, do you use hair growth?
Yeah. You think you're going to lose your hair?
My dad has great hair.
Great hair or gray hair? Or gray
I meant
hair?
like he still has all his hair.
Okay.
He's not, like he's thinned out, but he doesn't have any, like, he hasn't shown any signs of balding yet.
Of male pattern baldness.
But on my mom's side, it's no bueno.
Your mom's bald, isn't she?
No. But pretty much, I guess not all my uncles are.
Okay, I think...
But a lot of my uncles are bald.
The sad thing is,
very bald.
I think that...
I think you get it from your mom.
I think you do too. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Frick.
So it's not looking
Why
very
is
good
that?
for me.
Like your mom's not even the one that... Well, that doesn't make sense. Never mind.
Moms don't have hair.
Moms don't have guy hair. Yeah, why is that, man?
And why is it more common in males?
Yeah, like
or
why,
do females just
more
can
women
they hide
lose their hair?
Right.
It's kind of unfair.
It's kind of interesting.
I would honestly venture to say that we could be an oppressed people group.
We're in the right.
Women don't lose their hair, and we have to deal with that.
Like we should probably get a disability.
Oh, for sure. I should be able to get a handicap parking pass because of my hair. I would love to get a handicap parking pass. That'd be so nice. Their spots are always available. Okay.
That's kind of
I don't think that really is the handicap community. Like, do you think people? Oh, this might get a little dicey. Do you think people take advantage of the handicap pass? Like, do some handicaps, like, it's like, I have dyslexia, I need a handicap pass. Or, like, what's the cutoff? Like, if you're missing a toe, you can't. But if you're missing a whole leg, you can.
Right. That's a great question, because I've definitely seen people that come out of handicap spots. And they're usually, like, elderly.
Yeah.
But some of them are walking great.
Yeah, and they just don't want to walk.
I don't understand. Maybe your spouse is handicapped? So, I don't know. That's a great question.
That's never with you.
Right.
The spouse that no one's seen, Jerry.
So, that would be a great... Man, we need Cody here to look up...
we need a fact checker.
To look up what it takes to get a handicap card. Because if it's like a marijuana card or something... Oh,
dude, and anyone can get it?
Right.
Do you know how cool we would feel rolling up, just going in that handicap spot?
And you'd be like, I have crippling depression.
And a little bit of the tism. How to get a handicap pass. A handy dandy, baby. Handy. Handy's with an I. Why is handy with an I, but then the other handy is with a Y? Handicap.
Okay.
HANDI.
Right.
CAP.
And then
what does that mean?
Dude, we are just having so many good
handicap parking pass. Dude, imagine we freaking get these. Oh.
Okay, what does handy mean?
Do you think handicapped people get parking tickets in the city? Like, if they're parked illegally, and a cop yeah, but it's like, dude, they're handicapped. I'm not going to make them walk. And then what if you're putting a ticket on a guy's car?
Parked in the middle of the intersection. I'm not going to give them a ticket.
They came down the wrong way of a one-way. And they're holding up a bank.
All right, so handy is an earthenware or metal pot used in Indian cooking.
Is that with an I or a Y?
With an I.
Ooh.
Definitely something different.
Initial insurance through mail. Renew request. Looking up how to get one of these babies. Place renewal replacements. In order to obtain a PLA card, persons with disability parking.
Yes, go on.
Application must be complete by the person with a disability. Okay. Yes. Found a nick in their armor here. What if the person doesn't have any arms and you're requesting them to fill out their own survey?
Dude, that person's doomed.
I would sue these people so hard. I wonder if we can sue PennDOT.
I'm sure.
Would you ever sue someone?
What if we sue PennDOT for getting in our way when we hit their trucks?
That was so stupid. Yeah.
Would you ever sue anyone?
Oh, I think I'd love to sue someone.
I think I would.
I think I would. I don't know if I'd like to sue anyone personally, but if I could get away with like suing big pharma or even like mediocre pharma, I think I would.
So even an insurance dispute, like
yeah,
I think I would take it to court if they clearly are just trying to get out of everything.
So, and now me and you are obviously biblical theologians, but I've heard, and I don't know where it's backed by, like suing might be unbiblical. Right. Suing someone. Yeah. Is there any truth to that? We should know this, but we don't.
I think the verse says you try to. Like one verse, I know one verse says you try to
work it out
with them face to face before you take them to court. But also let's say you're in an insurance dispute and they you're not getting anywhere. Like your only option is either to let it go or to take it to court. And it's like
you're taking it to court.
If you're being wronged, if it's clearly injustice, take it to court.
So that's
what it's there for.
Yeah, I guess my thing where do we draw the line between I just want money and injustice.
Right. That's a great question.
Yeah.
It's all a matter of the heart.
Oh, and perspective,
right.
dude. You get some stinking perspective.
Do you just want money so you can be rich, or do you want money for a good motive of being rich?
And having yachts so you can take your friends on trips.
Right. Yeah, but you want to bless your friends and family.
Oh, dude, I'd love
to
bless them, baby. Bless them.
And yourself. You got to bless yourself.
Oh, dude, you got to bless yourself. Right. Temporary. Okay, we could get a temporary card. just for temporary disabilities.
Oh, really? For a broken leg or something?
No, I think it's more. Well, maybe. An effort to be a better serves the needs of pension care mission. Yeah, it's a lot of reading. I'm not sure. It was 4 paragraphs. I can't read that fast.
That's a lot of words.
How fast can you type, though?
Not fast. How fast can you type? Did you do a typing class in high school?
Yeah, and I cheated my whole way through it.
How'd you cheat through it?
Because, so, you know how the fancy schools had those little silicone things to go on the keyboards?
Okay.
Where it's the cover, and it's engrooved with the keys. So you can see all the keys, but you can't see any of the letters on it because it's a... Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's ours were orange. They were an orange cover that goes over your keys.
Gotcha.
You could still type, but you couldn't actually see any of the things.
Gotcha.
That's what the rich schools had. Our school had manila folders that you would slide under your keyboard, and then the top part would go over your hands.
No way.
So all you would have to do is lift your hands like this, and you could see all the keys. And I cheated my entire way through that class. Never getting too good, though, because, I was still hunting and pecking, and people that actually knew typing were, rocking out, 50 words a minute. I think my best with, high-performance cheating was, 26 words a minute.
Dude, yeah, I don't know if I could even type.
And I think
fast.
I was just hitting I space, I space, I space, I space.
And it still took me.
Yeah. It took me pretty long. But, okay, honestly, here's like on that note, and I want to get your take on this too. Oh, man, on that note, what was I saying? On that note of cheating, would have you, now hindsight being 2020, wanted to apply yourself a little bit more than you did in school? Or maybe you did apply yourself a lot. I did not.
I definitely cheated. Okay, I use the word cheating very loosely. Because, okay.
Go on.
Because, like, some of my teachers, like, they knew
you were cheating.
Yeah. So it's like, we were kind of, like, asking each other questions during tests and, like.
And looking off answers.
Yeah, but it's also... Like, they knew.
Okay, but just because
someone... kind of like...
That's like saying if I go out in public and shoot someone in the middle of a crowd, they all know, so it's not that bad. Like, that is crazy logic.
Yeah, it's true. But also, if you're not saying if they don't care.
Yeah. So if it's like...
For me, it's like they didn't care, so I'm like, I'm going to keep doing.
Yeah, so, okay.
So it's still cheating.
But they
also,
don't care.
Like, if they are not setting the rules or like making a firm then it's kind of not.
And that's why Vancouver, Canada is the way Vancouver is.
Kind of, yeah. Socialism.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it's more of the drugs than the socialism.
Yeah. I don't know if I think. So when I went to Votech, I feel like I applied myself pretty good there.
Yeah.
Or I tried to learn a lot. I would say in some subjects, I'm like, I wish I knew a little bit more.
Yeah. Like what subjects?
Like probably
anatomy.
Language arts. Language arts, I wish I could like.
Sex ed.
Yeah, honestly, dude.
Honestly, I think we all need a little bit of help in that area. It's crazy. Anywho's, language arts, dude, that's nuts.
I don't know. Probably like spelling and stuff.
I'm horrible at spelling.
Like I wish I applied myself a little bit more, or like. Yeah, just knowing grammar more.
Yep.
What would you have applied yourself?
Oh yeah, dude. Well, I don't know if I. See, my thing is like, if I would actually get another chance, would I actually apply myself? Like, my reading level is horrible. Like, I probably have, I would say, a solid 6th grader's reading level.
Right.
Can't spell. Math is a little bit better. Still not good at math. So, like, in that, and on that note, like. That is something where it's like, I guess, hey, we were talking about insecurities earlier. That is an insecurity of mine. If I need to read in public, it sucks.
I get it.
I am horrible at it.
But you would be kind of slightly dyslexic, right? Or would you say you're fully dyslexic?
No, I don't think I've got like the full on like. I don't know. I don't think I got the full Happy Meal. I might have got shorted a couple fries. Like, no, I wouldn't say I'm fully.
Which would make sense why you'd have.
Yeah. But also, too, I think, like, and maybe that, like, I never enjoyed reading either, so it was like I just never enjoyed it, and then I was horrible at it, so I just didn't apply myself. But yeah, like, now, it's like, dude, I wish I would actually know how to read, which is crazy for a 25-year-old to say. Right. So, yeah, no, I think I hope I would have applied, like, if, say I could go back.
Right.
But my mindset, it's like, okay, would you actually care to try?
I probably wouldn't have tried that much more.
I don't think I would either. Like,
But I'm with you. Like, I wish I built the discipline of actually reading and getting to the point where I enjoy reading.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's such a better habit to have than not being
good at reading.
Yeah, honestly.
Kids that don't read good and stuff.
Like, I spark noted pretty much every book.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Yeah.
I didn't spark note. I full on fire noted that stuff. I plagiarized everything.
Right.
School was like man.
To write a report on Spark Notes, you're pretty much working just as hard as to actually write it. But just the fact that I didn't have to read it was huge.
Would you actually plagiarize, like copy paste stuff out of articles?
I don't think I would.
Really?
I would just rewrite it.
Rewrite it.
But I don't think I would ever just copy and paste.
Nice.
Would you?
I tip my hat to you. I copied and pasted my whole way through college and high school.
But wouldn't they? Would you? Just
so here's what I would do. So say I'm writing an article on Genghis Khan. Okay. Yeah. go on Wikipedia
Right.
and you copy the first 7 paragraphs.
Okay.
And then you would just switch stuff and like change words. So is it technically plagiarizing? No.
See, for me, it was easier just to like kind of try to get the gist and make crap up than to like go in and change words.
Yeah.
Because Wikipedia talks so different than I do.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
it's like such a trippy language. Or like, I don't know. It just seemed like more work for me.
Yeah, I got caught a couple times. I ain't
Did you?
gonna lie. Oh yeah, the one time I plagiarized a whole Spanish paper we had to do. It was Spanish 1.
Spanish. Yeah, maybe I wish I applied myself more in Spanish.
Yeah. Spanish 1, plagiarized a whole paper from Google Translate, and we were learning like hola, and I was using ustedes in this paper, nosotros, and like the teacher called me out right away. How I rebutted it was I was like, no, I didn't plagiarize. My sister lives in Texas, and she works with all these Spanish people, and she's been teaching me Spanish.
No way.
And I think I got away with it. I kind of forget, but I was like, oh, yeah, like, she's been teaching. But then she, no, I 100% didn't get away with it, because I'm pretty sure she asked me then, and I, like, didn't know anything. I was like, oh.
Oh.
But I tried. I really tried. Yeah, Miss, what was her name? Two, I think.
But see, couldn't you just say you like looked everything up and?
No, I probably could have, but I wasn't smart enough.
But even
this man
like,
can't
Google
even
Translate
read.
Stuff is still cheating. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, oh no, yeah. I wish I wouldn't have cheated as much for the fact that now it's like,
right.
Yeah. But
would you say in life you've ever had moments where you're like, I wish I knew this, or?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Like that you could have learned from school.
Okay, no. I think my biggest, like, school, I think you should master school up to 8th grade. Because that's what's going to help you. Like, basic reading, basic math, and, like, all your basic stuff. Once you get into, like, finding imaginary numbers with using the pixie dust of your butt crack, like, I don't know what that is. But, like, I think basic math and basic reading, it's like, that is fundamental. Like, if you can nail that stuff and be super proficient in it, you're gold.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as like all the high end stuff, unless you're being specialized in that certain field, I think you're good.
I think if we would have went to college, though, we would have wished.
Oh yeah, dude.
We would have wished we like.
I went to an art school and
I
was still like, oh shoot, I should have applied myself more.
Right. I think we would have been regretting it. But
For
also,
sure.
like, in real life, I don't think. We're not engineers. We're not, like...
There was a while there
chemists.
I thought you were going to go to be an engineer.
You thought I was?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I thought about it.
I was like, man, you make a good engineer.
Yeah, for sure. But, I don't know. I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Everyone I know... Okay, here's the thing. Everyone I know that's an engineer doesn't really love it.
No, I think it's romanticized, and then you actually get into it, and it's like, oh, I'm doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of routine
over and over and over.
And yeah, not many people. Like, do you know any engineers that like really love what they do?
That really love it,
or that are
Man,
like,
I don't know if anyone really loves what they do.
Really?
Other than us,
Yeah,
because we can't read much.
Okay, but any people is like. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, not engineers. I honestly don't know that many engineers, though.
I don't really either. Maybe like 6.
Whoa, I know like 1.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of stuff in life's romanticized, though, where like looks really appealing, and then you actually do it, and it's like, this sucks. Like, this is horrible.
Right. I feel like work, even if it's your passion, it's still work.
Yeah.
Like, it's still eventually going to get to the point where it's not always going to be
what you want it to be.
At some point, it is going to be work, and you're going to just have to do it. Like, not that saying it should always be like that, but
no,
it should still be fun and bring you some life. But at some point, it's going to be.
Yeah, I might quit my job.
Yeah, you thinking about it?
Oh, yeah. Every day. No, I actually do like my job a lot.
So how do you still like being in the office more than...
I do. My thing is, okay, so I came to a realization, and this is like... It sounds silly, and I understand that. It's like almost inspirational, which is kind of weird for us.
Ooh.
So like, well, it's a two-part thing. What'd you ask me? If I like my job, if I like the office. Yeah. And then I started going off on that tangent.
Well, I want to hear your inspirational
Yeah, I'll think of it later then. Do I like my job? Where was I going with that before I tangented? Oh, yes, I do like my job. The only thing, it all ties together.
Yeah.
I've been working like crazy recently. And like working really late at night. And like staying up till 1, 2 in the morning, and then I'll sleep in a little bit. And it's like, I was probably doing that for like a solid month, maybe a little bit longer. And I thought I was like, this is like, yeah, like being an idiot, like this is sweet, like,
yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm the freaking best because I'm doing this, and like I'm here for the company,
right.
Like whatever. I literally just realized this like last week, and I was like, oh, I'm working 80 hours a week, and I'm only being productive in like 55 of those hours. So it's like, yeah, I was clocking super late hours, but if you clock super late hours every single day back to back, you're not freaking productive.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, like, what is this? And I was like, I don't know, because for a while I had like a chip on my shoulder. I was like, yeah, I'm putting in these hours, dog, getting this bread, even though I'm salary.
I feel like I'm just going to get some inspirational music while you keep going on this inspiration tangent. Don't let this trip you up, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Man, what was I saying?
About being efficient.
Yeah.
55 hours.
Yeah, so it's not efficient at all. But then I also watched this. So one night I was up late watching a movie because I was not being productive.
This is emotional, man.
And did you ever watch Molly's Game?
No.
Awesome movie. Okay? Super awesome movie. It's about this girl, well, a lady, I guess, that starts like this. It's based on a true story. This like poker league, like this super elite poker league where like famous people, celebrities, they play in this, and she built it from the ground up. It's just a bag of plastic floating around.
It started being waves or something. I thought it was just gonna be like those inspirational moments where they have the music playing, and then it would be like, you don't have to work all the time. You gotta be efficient.
You can't read. Get your GED.
Quit school right now and do this. You will
yard
make
sale.
$500 a year.
If you sell the shirt off your back and the shirt off your mother's back,
you will make $20.
Yeah. Invest that in EFTs.
Sorry, I'm sorry to break you up, man. Keep going. That was a good thought.
Yeah, man. What were we saying?
About being efficient.
Yeah. Molly's Game.
Yes.
Yeah. So great movie. Would super recommend it. While I was watching this movie at like 2 a.m,
yeah,
I realized I was like, dude, I've been staying up, like, haven't been efficient because I got distracted. Like, I can very easily get distracted.
Yeah.
So then I'll just like go off and research some other garbage that isn't related to work or watch a movie. But it's like for like a solid month, I was staying up till like 1, 2 in the morning, like almost every night. And then I realized I was like, dude, if I would actually be able to channel my energy and focus, like I could actually get a ton done. But I don't know how to channel that yet.
Right.
25 years old, don't know how to freaking sit down and work.
But also, like, you can't be incredibly focused for 16 hours
that's
a day.
The thing. Like, it's like you're not efficient.
Right. You have limited capacity.
Yeah. So that was kind of my little interesting
thing. You can't just grow energy on trees.
No.
Put it in your body.
A little Zagnut bar or something, dude. Aren't Zagnuts? No, Zagnuts are just they're just a candy.
Know what a Zagnut is.
I think it's a candy bar.
Kind of sounds like a nicotine patch or something.
Oh, dude. Don't even get me started on patches. Because I don't use them. I don't.
Right.
I don't do anything with them.
No, I would have never said so.
No.
Is that a Band-Aid on your arm?
No, I've been up really late recently, so I had to. Oh man. What else, dude? We're kind of clocking on an hour, right on time.
Dude, that's great. You want another Would You Rather?
Oh yeah. Hit me with.
Some good
I'm
ones.
actually gonna get another drink. I'm kind of thirsty and I gotta pee. Let's do a little pause. All right, hit me with your Would You Rather.
Okay. The first one is, would you rather give up air conditioning and heating for the rest of your life,
Okay.
or give up the internet for the rest of your life? Let's say
Okay,
the whole world gives up heating or air conditioning, or the whole world gives up internet. So it's not just like you alone without internet.
Am I living where I'm living now?
Yes, everything has to be the same.
Could I move?
No.
So I'm gridlocked.
You can't move to Florida.
Well, I wouldn't want to move to Florida if I don't got AC.
I would want to move to Florida, dude.
If you don't have AC?
I would hate the cold.
Yeah,
you would make a concrete house, and then it wouldn't be, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be as hot.
Yeah, but you could move to like Georgia or like South Carolinas where it's a little bit more mild than Florida. Florida's like, dude,
but if you're on the
110.
coast, it would stay more mild. It would get a little breezy.
Yeah. Anyways, we can't even do that anyways. I don't know why we're talking about. Internet.
Dude, I think I would have to do the internet.
Do I have the information I have already from the internet?
Yes. It would
So
just
it
be
would just
cold
be giving
turkey,
it up. Cold
turkey internet, or cold turkey heating and air
But
conditioning.
everyone's giving up internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'd 100% do internet.
Yeah.
But dude,
what about if it's just you?
What if like
if it's just me, giving up the internet would be really hard.
Yeah, because like would I just have to turn away anytime anyone's
Right.
watching anything?
Or let's say no. Let's say you just have to give up your smartphone and any internet you have in the house.
So if I'm
or
out
any
of the house,
but
hanging
then
out
work
with
gets
friends,
dicey because you can't use internet for work.
Yeah, everything
I
runs
don't
off
know.
of it. Honestly, I would still pick internet, I think. Give up internet. Because this is me just getting old too, dude. But like, I can start to see some of the downsides,
Right.
which I think we talked about.
Also, dude, but being old, I hate the cold, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You just can never relax. Like you technically couldn't have like a heated blanket. Like you would just be bundling.
Could you?
Stuff up
But okay, let's determine what heat is. Could you use a wood stove in the winter?
No.
So you can't use any natural elements. You don't know how to use them.
Let's say you can bring it just above freezing.
Okay.
But yeah. If you could use a coal stove, then I would definitely give up.
Yeah,
heating and
100%.
Yeah. Because air conditioning wouldn't be terrible. Especially where we live. Giving up air conditioning, you would get used to it.
Yeah.
But.
Man, giving up air conditioning sucks, though.
It would be rough.
I would rather sleep when it's cold and have a lot of blankets than sleep when it's hot.
Oh, no, I think I'd rather sleep.
Really?
Well,
Dude, no way. No way.
Yeah, I'd rather sleep when it's hot.
Nah, that's crazy.
All right. Would you rather
Yep.
swim in a... This is serious.
Okay.
Swim
I'm ready.
in
Hang
a
on. Let me
pool
get
full
in.
of
Let me get in
Nutella?
my. Hang on. Let me get in my mind space. Let me get in my serious head space.
Yeah, let's get deep.
Yeah. Let me put my hat on correctly.
We're going off the deep end here. Literally. Would you rather
Hang
swim
on. Let me
in a
just
pool?
let me do some breathing exercises. Okay, I'm ready.
Would you rather swim in a pool full of Nutella or a pool full of maple syrup? I think maple syrup. Nutella,
I don't think you could swim
Yeah,
in
Nutella would be weird.
You'd be walking on it. I think it would just.
But it would sink. It'd be like sinking sand. It
Yeah,
would
but you
kinda
couldn't
freak
swim.
me
You
out.
would die, I think.
But it'd be like 3 foot. It wouldn't be a deep.
How can you swim in 3 foot?
Well, some swimming pools are only 3 foot.
Yeah,
You
and I'm not
swim
swimming in them.
Yeah, but
I'm
technically
wading
you
through
are.
it.
You're just waiting. All right. Would you rather? Last question. Okay.
All right, we're gonna end it out with this
Gonna
one.
end it out.
Is this
This
serious
is-
or funny?
More serious.
Okay, I'll keep my hat straight then.
Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade?
Oh, geez. Jail for 5 years, easy.
Really?
Yeah, a decade, dude?
I guess, okay, it depends. If you went to jail for something stupid that you did.
Okay, yeah, what are we going to jail for?
Or is it, okay, let's say if it's a wrongful conviction, I'd rather go to jail for 5 years.
What if it's just like tax fraud?
Okay, yeah.
Can you even consider tax fraud a crime?
That's a great question.
I mean, what do you think the Boston Tea Party was for, dude?
That's true.
Like, ooh, okay, I know that was kind of our way to finish it out, but do you think... So my thing is, for whatever reason, I pay, and I know everyone says this, but I am not lying, I pay a astronomical amount in taxes for the amount of money I get paid.
Right.
And the older I get, and I've said that a lot this podcast, but the older I get, the less I'm okay with it. It's really starting to tick me off.
Yeah.
And, like, okay, our country was formed on a tax, like that was one of the key elements of the Revolutionary War was the Boston Tea Party.
The high taxes.
Yeah. And it's like, when are we going to get to a point of a society where we're like, okay, we're rebelling against the government.
We're getting taxed so much.
Yes. But is it too big of a system to even rebel against at this point?
That's a great question. I feel like no. Like no system can ever get to a point where it's too big to rebel against.
Yeah. But okay.
So like you would undermine it in different ways. Like you might not just be able to use like force, but people are just going to start to undermine stuff
Well, sure, the rich do it because they know workarounds.
Right. And the poor do it. They just work the system.
Yeah, they just mooch off the system.
Right.
And then we're just getting
and then the middle class just get...
We have enough... Because, okay, the rich have an abundance of money, and when you have money, money can equal knowledge if you use it wisely, which I think wealthy people do.
Right.
It's like, hey, we're going to... Even if I don't know, I'm going to invest in people that do know how I can keep more of my money.
Buy the best accountants.
Correct.
Yeah.
The poor... They need a sucker off the system.
Right, yeah.
They need a sucker off the system because they're poor. We make just enough money that we can always pay in, and we'll still have a little bit left over, and we're just getting taxed out the wazoo.
Right.
And it's just like... So, yeah, I guess the rebuttal of that would be, instead of, like, having a revolution, like, just get smarter. And then figure out ways to keep your money from the government.
Right. I think it would just be little undermining ways of, I don't know, everyone just slowly. Because there had to be something before there had to be some undermining before the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah.
You know I mean, there had to be people doing something. And a large group of people that after a while they were just like, this ain't working, we gotta go. I'm assuming it wasn't just 0 to 100. They just woke up one day and were like, let's go trash these ships.
Yeah, let's go make some tea, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Here's a theoretical for you.
Okay.
Say there's a modern day Boston Tea Party. So I do think taxes are crazy. I think we're getting taxed out the wazoo.
So you're saying the bridge attack in Boston or in Baltimore was a modern day
Baltimore Bridge Party.
Yeah. What if the dudes were just like partying in the cabin and then they just didn't realize they're about to hit something?
Their disco ball shorted out the circuit on the whole ship. They shot some champagne on the controls.
For some reason, I think of like Madagascar, King Julian, and like when they have the airplane and
all
the
the
ship.
penguins.
Yeah.
Skipper was definitely at the helm on that one, baby.
Rico.
Hoover
Blow the bridge.
Dam.
What was your theoretical?
I don't remember. Oh, if there was a rebellion that actually, not just like a conspiracy theory, like it was a legitimate rebellion, and there was enough where like people knew about it, and it was over taxes, would you join?
I don't know. I am not fed up enough with taxes right now that I would join. Okay. To the point where I would risk putting my family in legal trouble.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would just be like, it's not worth the risk at this point.
So where would be your seesaw? Where would be your teeter-totter? Were you like 50%? Like if they tax you 50% of your check?
I don't think it'd be a percentage. I think it would just be a way of life. If like everyone around me is clearly suffering and like the government officials are like starting to build, you know what I mean, like castles and live in mansions again.
Yeah.
Which I mean, some of them are, but
some of them do.
But it's not like
the White House is pretty big.
Right. Right. But it's not like, yeah, it's not terrible. It's not like people are staying in politics for the money necessarily. Yeah. Like, I don't know why all our politicians are so old, but it's not like they're like
they're
loaded.
So old.
Yeah. So I don't think it would take a lot. It would take for me to be like suffering and them just rolling in money. I don't know. What would it take for you? 50%?
I think 50%, because I think at 50% I would be suffering.
I probably would too.
50% is like...
That's a lot.
That's a ton. Like, capital gains is 33, and that's nuts to me.
What revolution are you talking? Are you talking throwing stuff off ship, or are you talking, like, violence?
Well, isn't throwing stuff off ship kind of equal to violence?
Tea Party, or, like, physical
I'm sure they had to, like, bust some people up.
Really?
Okay, yeah, so they snuck on the ships.
Right.
But no one saw them. Like, I'm sure they knocked some people out.
Well, they could have swam to them. I'm sure they didn't have the security that they do.
Okay, but if it's maple syrup or Nutella, how you swimming through that stuff?
That's true.
Yeah, no, I think I would... I don't know if I would resort to violence. Maybe just, like, throwing a couple of Molotovs.
Right.
Just had, like, a car passing by or something.
But it is kind of...
Okay. So let's do the total equivalent of the Boston Tea Party. So all you would be doing is destruction of goods.
Like dumping oil.
Government goods. Yeah. Not harming anyone. So, like, yeah, just destroying goods. Like, what's a goods thing that's government ran?
Let's say...
Like diapers.
Let's say, or blowing up a gold reserve, or what reserves they have? Don't they have an oil? They have an oil reserve.
Oil reserve.
What other reserves they have?
But wouldn't that just jack up our prices more?
Right, but wouldn't everything? The Boston Tea Party didn't they raise taxes because
Probably.
Of that? I think they reacted.
Boy, we should have paid attention more in history
class.
This
is why we need better. This is why we need a better education.
Kids,
we should have paid attention.
The main story of this podcast is actually trying school from two turds that didn't. Just give it a little bit of effort.
Right.
And on that note, I don't got much more to say.
That's good.
Kids tried. This was an inspirational episode.
Right. Should I close this out with that inspiration?
Yeah. Play that music of that bag just getting rolled down the street.
Just close again. Wrap us up again with talking to the kids of this generation.
All right. Just close your eyes. And when you're watching Molly's Game, which is a rated R movie, and you're over 17, so it's totally legal, just think about how powerful you are, just like the wind blowing this trash bag down the street. But then also think of the child standing out their door looking at that trash bag blown down the street. And are you going to be the child that just stands there and watches the bag go? Or are you going to be the man or the woman that walks out of the comfort of your own home, walks right up to that trash bag in the street, and you grab that trash bag, because that's littering. And you go and put that in the recycle bin, and you save the world. You save the turtles. You think about that. You ponder about that. You close your eyes. Meditate upon that. Listen to my words. Literally crying over here. Brought myself to darn tears. That's beautiful.
Amen.
Amen. Preach, brother.